welcome to Live on One. And for the first time, in like almost a year, I'm here today with Stephen Maddox.
I'm back, baby.
Baby, come back. It finally came true.
I'll get back here eventually.
I know. And now you're basically just a friend of the podcast.
Yeah. That's a good way to put it.
A friend who goes 16-0 at Adepticon. So.
Hell yeah, man. I'm fucking tired.
Yeah, I bet.
And I caught con crud, so now I'm home from work because it doesn't feel great trying to work with a head cold going on.
Are you actually sick from all that?
Yeah, I have a weird sore throat thing, so if I sound snotty and gross, that's why. I got a weird sore throat and congestion.
Well, I am so glad you're back with us. Jin literally texted me on Sunday night and goes, "Hey man, you have to get Maddox on." I was like, "I know, Jin. Maddox has been talking to me the whole weekend."
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. We're still friends, I think.
I'm on the podcast, but I still talk to you pretty often, I feel like.
Yeah, and I just saw you for my doggy appointment. So
yeah, man, your doggy's doing well.
Yeah, he's
if anyone wants to know,
cool. He's here in the background.
Aww.
Yeah, so today we're going to talk about Adepticon, and we're going to kind of I think more focus on what, kind of the events you played in anyways, Maddox. So the teams and primarily the timeline, which you are currently undefeated in for 2 years running.
For 2 years running.
So, someone's got a challenge, come on, step up.
Somebody come on, next year, let's go.
Yeah. If I can beat Maddox, you can. But no, seriously, super impressed. We're all very happy for you. All your kind of friends, and the main Discord is going crazy, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the most interaction I've ever seen on that thing this weekend.
I know, right? They were going wild this weekend.
Yeah, and I even talked on it, which is rare these days. But
we found a new guy at Adepticon to add to it, which I thought was really funny.
Wait, you met someone from Maine?
Yeah, it was him and his son were at Adepticon just hanging out playing demos of games, and they played a demo of MCP. Really enjoyed it because the demo team there was really good. And then one of the demo team's guys found one of the judges, Ryan, who is a local at New Hampshire, and Ryan went and came and found John and I and be like, "These guys are actually your locals." So we added them to Discord. I was like, that's pretty cool that they played a demo game at a convention in Milwaukee, and they actually got in contact with people in that local area.
Yeah, that's actually really cool.
Yeah, right. I was like, props to the demo guys for figuring that out, man. That's really cool.
Yeah. Speaking of Ryan too, he's on my WTC team as well.
Oh hell yeah, man! He's a good player. He knows stuff.
Also, because when you're doing WTC, you have to find people who A are pretty solid, but B can actually go.
Yeah, that's a tough thing to go to, man.
Yeah, no, it is cheaper this year, which is kind of a relief. Yeah, but
you can get a straight shot to just Amsterdam, so that's probably an easier flight.
It's not in Amsterdam anymore. Actually.
It got moved. I thought it was in Schiphol.
I think it's in Belgium now.
Yeah. Oh. I guess I misspoke.
It's 2 hours drive from Amsterdam. It wasn't in Amsterdam. Right. I think something happened.
Gotcha. Here, we're going on a side tangent. Speaking of Ryan, have you heard the conversation about beam and area attacks in Lifesaver and Eye in the Sky from Adepticon?
No.
So there was a ruling made from Pagani, one of the lead developers of MCP, about what happens when you're doing an area attack. And it was basically came up with Silk. You know how Silk has that attack thing that she gets to move off of? Mm-hmm. So it's an area attack. She moved twice and then got to another character and they wanted to lifesave her away from it. But then Silk has moved, so you can no longer check the original distance for Lifesaver Eye in the Sky in that situation. So they had to go and ask Pagani what to do here. So Pagani said the ruling is if it's an area attack, you cannot get out of it with Eye in the Sky or Lifesaver or anything that would get you out of there, because there's no target phase. So that also fucks up anything that adds dice or adds things that has trigger when you target something. However, if it's a beam attack, you could. So it is a very weird ruling that got ruled on. And Ryan was telling me about that at dinner one night afterwards. And I'm like, they're going to have to sit down and think about that, because that feels like it breaks a lot of stuff in this game because of Silk, because of the movement going on between the beam area stuff. So I think they have to change the timing of when you actually declare Eye in the Sky and Lifesaver. It's probably going to have to be when the original area attack is declared, if that
Honestly,
makes sense.
They should just say that you will get targeted no matter what, because this is ridiculous.
Yeah, that was Pagani's thought process. Is well, you can't dodge out of a grenade. And I'm like, but Eye in the Sky's thought process is you see the grenade getting thrown beforehand and you move.
Yeah, you have
So I think yeah, right. Because we've had a conversation. We've had a conversation before that it should just be like when everyone's targeted. Okay, I do eye in this guy now, right? And I think that would be a simple fix. Instead of being like, oh, I when this character is targeted by the beam or the area attack, it should be like the targeting happens when the tool's laid down.
Yeah. That's how I play beams, to be honest with you, usually.
Yeah.
So
I think that sounds like the easiest way, because like right now it's really going to also fuck up like was it Death's Decree and all those other things that happen when you declare. That's going to mess all those up at the same time. So I was like, they need to think that one through.
Ooh, that's a rules mess. Well,
spicy rules mess.
Yeah. Well, not for me. It only comes up when I play, the 3 shield players in our current meta. But whatever. Okay, so I guess moving forward a little bit, it looks like you have an Alive on 1 here. So
I do have an Alive on 1.
First
it was
time.
It was during the finals, which spoiler alert, the finals was recorded for timelines. It'll be on the Move Throw YouTube channel that Omnis does. Don't at me about the rules mistake I have in there. I'm already aware of it. Please don't let me know about it.
I'm going to do it now.
So I was running.
Spell your name wrong.
Yeah, do it, please. It was a Steve 1 list against a Steve 1 list. So I had a Zemo in my Steve 1 that I think he got hit by Jane earlier in the turn or something like that, and he was alive on 1. He had 4 health. And he was sitting there next to an extract, and there was a Captain America standing right next to him as well, who was also alive on 1 on his front side. And he was like, well, I want to try to daze your Zemo so that I can go pick up the extract and not worry about the side anymore. So he strikes into... Actually, no, he doesn't. Yeah, he striked into Zemo first trying to gain power, or threw a shield, one of the two. Proceeded to do no damage so that I could spend 1, clap him back, and kill his Steve 1, who was also alive on 1. I was like, this is great. And I ended up killing 2 characters with clapbacks. It was really funny.
I wish my Zemo was that powerful.
I know that superpower that you never use on Zemo. I'm like, hell yeah.
I use it all the time, to be honest. But
yeah.
Very cool. That was in the finals?
Yeah, I was in the finals. I also killed a Gwenpool alive on 1. Speaking of, there was a Gwenpool in the finals game, which was kind of funny. I killed a Gwenpool alive on 1 with a Royal Rebuke from King T.
So you did 3 instances of murder through clapbacks?
Yeah, it was 2 or 3. It was really funny. I was like, hell yeah, clapbacks. Do 1 damage and kill somebody.
They're good, especially when someone's on 1, I guess. Fun fact, if someone's on 1, maybe don't attack the character with the clapback.
Yeah, right? And he was thinking about it. He's like, because he was thinking that he would just do 1 damage to Zemo and I couldn't clap back, which is fair, right? Yeah. And then he just completely whiffed it and my dice, for some reason, lived. And then I got to kill him for it.
Love to see it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. So what are you're actually an avid hobbyist. So what are you working on these days?
I did a lot of painting before.
What have you done in the past year?
Yeah, man. I almost have all my stuff painted, I gotta say, which is pretty happy because this timelines was pretty wide open, so I had to bring a lot of stuff. So I have like a full Defenders roster painted up now. I got all my Avengers finally done. I had to paint up Valkyrie, which was a very quick, fast paint job that was kind of painful. It's not great to paint. Yeah. But then going from here, I kind of want to play a King list. Just to see what he does, just because I like rerolls.
You know who here also plays a King list?
Yeah, this guy.
Yeah,
but I mean, I play the Invaders Shield list, right? So it's like that's kind of similar, right?
Very similar.
Skulls is just on attack, so it's like I kind of want to try that out and see how that goes.
But it's better, I think, in terms of attrition.
Oh, in terms of attrition, yeah. Invaders just lives.
Yeah, the unlocking skulls. So our listeners may know that Waller was giving me crap because I didn't think it was as good as Red Skull 3's. Because I wasn't reading that last line and realizing that the unlock skulls is a separate clause.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like Invaders, so it's all the time.
Yep. And it's not just Invaders is only 1, right? Or is it all?
Yeah, it's 1 defense roll and then unlock skulls. So his is just 1 attack roll, unlock skulls.
Gotcha. So it is the same thing.
Yeah, it's just inverse basically.
Webs too, obviously.
Do you Miles, do you put Namor in your King list? Do you try to go double bubble? All right. Yeah, so I figured. That's what I figured.
I have right now my current King list. I have Namor, Zemo. I did have Tigra at one point, and she probably is someone I want to slide in and out. And then, but I also have Strucker. So
yeah, you can split your bubbles up.
Yeah, and also I'm like running a duel right now with Hydra. So
That makes sense.
He's kind of necessary in that. So.
Yeah.
But no, King's a lot of fun. Definitely takes a lot of reps.
We'll talk about more of him later.
Yeah. As you probably found out. Well, we'll get there. But very cool. So, what do you work? You're hobbying some Cabal stuff.
Yeah, I'm thinking about Cabal and then New Sentinels, of course. I got
30? Like that's like me playing Shield.
I know, that's a good point, right? Playing the bad guys. Never played the bad guys.
Well, I mean, because like literally that was my first faction that you played into, like in the practice.
Oh, that's right, with your Malekith. I forgot about that. And then I got the Sentinel affiliation pack there as well, so I'm gonna fucking probably play with them because I have Cassandra Nova now.
Yeah, they're fun. I've been played a couple like a practice game so far into Sentinels. They seem like there's definitely a solid affiliation. And some really cool rules interactions, I think.
Yeah.
So,
are they broken? I don't think so, but they look pretty solid.
So, yeah, I think they look solid, really solid. They will be competitively viable. Are they defenders level of broken? Maybe not.
But they might play into defenders well with all their anti-healing tech, which is kind of cool to see that. Yeah, really it's kind of see how that came in like at the perfect time where they seem like really up in the meta for that reason. We'll see how it continues. But I was like, oh, that's kind of spicy.
Well, what I'm hoping here, and I don't know if I probably said this on one of our podcasts, but like it seems a little bit like AMG's like introducing some like maybe some broken or like they seem broken in a vacuum mechanics, and then there's like an affiliation that comes out like pretty shortly after that like actually goes really well into
like fun counterplay. Yeah,
like Dorm, and then Adam comes out and it's like, oh, Dorm gets no power from my team. You know? So, it's pretty cool. So very cool. I'm working on a commission, unfortunately, still.
Well, that sounds fun.
It's demons.
Yeah, demons.
Slanesh, the one god I really don't like.
Like all the creepy sexual stuff.
Yeah, but I get to use a lot of like pinks and purples, so it's pretty cool.
At least. That's good.
Yeah. No, I'm doing it for like my old roommate, and he saw me paint my like Jin's APOC, which ended up being my APOC. And he's like, I want that kind of color scheme on it for children. So it's like purple with like that blue and like dark.
Oh, that sounds cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds cool.
A little bit. I'm batch painting the demonettes right now, but like I think like cohesively, like will every single one of them look really good up close? Probably not, but like cohesively as like an army, they're going to look pretty solid. So excited about it.
Oh wait, hold on. This is a kind of side tangent. It made me think of hobby stuff. Have you looked at the cost of Beta Ray Bill for MCP recently?
It's like $200 on eBay.
Yeah, like $250. So
we talked about it on our Adepticon preview episode.
Yeah, man. So at the end of every like event at Adepticon, they had the whole table and it was just filled with AMG products. So they would do like first, second, third would go up and pick, and then they would raffle off the rest. So like every event had a Beta Ray Bill in it, and it was like, holy shit, guys, this is the biggest prize ever. So when I won timelines, there was a Beta Ray Bill. I'm like, fuck yeah, I got $200. It's really funny. It's like, man, getting so much money.
Yeah, that's like a cash prize at this point.
Yeah, and I just googled it. It's $250 or $249. Yeah, it's such a fucking wild price for that model, man. It's never been reprinted.
$249 for Beta Ray Bill.
Oh man, it's been wild.
I want to sell mine now, but then when will I get a bill back? You know?
Yeah, that's the problem. Now I have two, so it's like, all right, maybe I figure out something to do with this.
You definitely should sell it if you got two.
Yeah,
we were joking. Well, I was joking because my Beta Ray Bill has made it through the wash, so he's vintage. So he costs
distressed.
Yeah, distressed. A distressed painted. I think he's still got like some like lint on him.
Lint stuck in him. Yeah, there you go.
There is actually a little bit of lint on my Beta Ray Bill, to be fair, but I don't care anymore. So it's like, I'll just leave it.
Gives him some character.
Yeah, but okay, back to the sheet. I was scrolling around looking at bills. Okay, cool. So we did hobbying. So how's Maine? How are you?
You did pretty good. Busy with a lot of work stuff. I've taken on a little bit more responsibility at work, unfortunately. So, not unfortunately, I guess it's what I wanted to do, right? So I'm learning ultrasound, doing more fancy stuff, doing more fancy surgeries, do a lot more dental procedures now. So just keeping busy. There's a lot of snow this winter. A lot of snow. Got a little old.
Yeah, New England got hit pretty. I know the whole country actually did. The Midwest as well. Just a rough year, but it's 70 degrees out today. So
yeah, it was nice yesterday. It was 60.
The end is near. Yeah,
man. We're doing it.
Yeah. Okay. And then now I have to add a timestamp. So we'll do 15. Okay. So our main topic tonight before. Okay. All right. We're here with Maddox. I had to write down the timestamp. And I was like getting distracted in my head. Cool. So you just got back from Adepticon. You're sick because of it. So I guess this question is a little bit irrelevant. Like, but how was it this year? Like, I know you love this event.
Yeah, it's probably my favorite. It is a blast of an event. I thought I had more fun than last time. One of my locals, John, who I think he's been on here before a while ago, he also came, so it was really fun having somebody else there that you knew kind of thing, that we had the same flight and everything. So we ended up getting delayed in Detroit on the way out there by like 5 or 6 hours, but we just played Marvel Champions together in the Detroit airport, so it like flew by. So it was really fun having like a travel guy with you.
John's a good guy.
Yeah, he is.
He's also kind of my local Maddox, but
that's true. He's one of the Northeast guys. How about that? Let's say North. We're both in the same kind of local area, right?
Yeah.
So that was really fun. We played in the team event, which was a blast. I didn't get to play that last year. The joke was we bought all animal themed shit because I'm a vet, and then dressed up in scrubs with white coats and scrub caps and gloves and played all animal fucking things, dude. Ursa Major, our last game, we didn't really give a fuck anymore, and we actually played against Art, which was really funny, the guy from New Jersey. So we just brought all the models we hadn't brought yet. So Ursa Major came up. That guy double spendered and dazed Yondu and Echo by himself on one side of the board. I was like, fuck yeah, Bear.
I'll teach you to bring meta shit.
Yeah. And then he didn't activate the rest of the game because he just fucking died. But I was like, hell yeah, Bear, do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, the team event was great. But Adepticon in general, it's a really, really fun event. You see lots of people that you hear about online or you talk to online and stuff like that. You actually like put faces to names, which is really fun. I met the guy who makes the iWar game mats. I actually played a game with him in the Worlds event, which is really fun. He's a really cool guy. It was also really funny because we were like going to set up the board because Adepticon doesn't use pre-marked mats. So I got out my measuring tools to start measuring out. He's like, "No, man." He just pulled a little tape measure out and went boop, 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 and like set everything up in like 15 seconds. So I was like, "Oh, this is great."
Mentions.
Yeah, I was like, this is fucking great.
That's funny.
But yeah, it was a really fun event. I had a really good time, like I expected to do. The AMG reveal event is just really fun to be there with the people around you that are all hyped up about it and stuff like that. Yeah. And actually like meet some of the faces of AMG at the same time, which is really cool. So it's a really, really fun event, I have to say.
Yeah. It always sounds fun every year. It's just for me, it's personally too expensive right now to go to.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's fair.
But yeah, I'm glad you had a good time. And so I think the majority of this episode, we will talk about kind of like your experience, obviously, but like I think we're really trying to focus. And I also, not only did you do well, but like I think timelines is like, I know a lot of players scoff at it or are judgmental about it, but I think it's personally a super unique way to play this game competitively.
Mm-hmm.
And I really think it's a different skill set, being able to play 3 different lists, and then you even have to think about like how you bring them, right? Like what order, which is really important too, to like kind of the whatever. But anyways, like I'm kind of going on a tangent, but needless to say, I think Timelines is an underrated event type.
I would agree.
You have been blasting people in it,
Yeah,
so
dude.
for 2 years running. So
Yeah.
So of note, the Timeline event was much bigger this year, which you love to see.
Mm-hmm.
What was it the first year? Because I know it's 44
It was
this
only
year.
like 20 or something like that. The first year, actually, I don't know. I didn't play in the first one. But last year it was only like 20 something, I think. But this year they made it so like it was after the Worlds qualifier for people, so people could like sign up for it and go play into it if they didn't make the Worlds qualifier, which I thought was really cool. Or if you're like me, you'll go 4-0 in Worlds and then drop to fucking play Timelines.
Well, you love the format, and then that's a good thing. Yeah.
I brought so many goddamn models I had to use. I wasn't gonna not use them.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's also the problem, right? With some of this format is it's not quite beginner friendly.
It's definitely not beginner friendly, no.
Yeah. So,
in a lot of ways, model count wise, and also having to know a lot about the game. You have to know a lot to actually play it well.
Yeah, because I mean, you're running 3 different affiliations, so
yeah,
and then like even the list construction, you're dealing with like a limited list of characters.
Correct.
So yeah, it makes a lot of sense. That's not like quite beginner friendly, but
yeah.
Yeah, so it's good to see that it's growing. I think we have an episode where Maddox is on in the past, talking about the actual, like we get more into the nitty nitty gritty of everything.
Mhm.
But I guess I guess based on this, we're just gonna kind of run through
Repeat it all.
Maddox. Yeah. So if you don't know already, you're living under a rock. Maddox went 9-0 in this event. And before that went 4-0 in the world. So you had a pretty good weekend.
What a great weekend. I was rolling hot dice.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure you were also making pretty good decisions to do that.
Yeah, I would like to think I was, but I was rolling hot dice too.
You're like, oh yeah, it's my dice. I'm like, well, you got to put yourself in a position to roll those good dice, right?
Yeah. And it was also funny because like after like game 2 of Worlds, I went and got the new green dice from AMG. And so I was rolling those dice all weekend. So like no one could give me shit about like bearing a dice that technically aren't balanced or whatever. And they're like, no man, I'm running AMG dice I just got. Rolling super fucking hot. Like poor Young, at one point his APOC attacked my Nick 3 times and did 1 damage to him.
Oh boy.
It was really fucking funny. I was like, all right, dice. So I did get bailed out a little bit by dice, but you're like, that's always part of the events. You always have to get a little bit lucky, but make good decisions regardless.
Yeah. And your gold dice also were hell, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
The green dice are also good. I guess just man. AMG dice in your hands just become like tainted.
The fire. The fire, I do it.
I like my word better, tainted. Yeah, so bigger event this year. I guess like first off, to kind of start this off, like, so you played last year. You had a lot of time to think about the format. So maybe this like is more nuanced now, but like explain, I guess, to us and our listeners, like what is it about timelines that you enjoy and why, and like, you know, you can say as much or as little as you want to, but I'm interested in hearing your perspective on this.
I like it a lot. I remember last year, I think we made fun of it when it first got announced. And I was like, this is stupid. Shield's got 4 characters.
Definitely made fun of it.
But then I played it and I really enjoyed it. Obviously I've won, so it's probably a little biased there, but I really enjoyed it. I think the thing I enjoy the most about it, there's a couple things. One, it just comes down to like, you have to know MCP. Like you have to just play a good game, right? It's not like, oh, I played this like hyper efficient meta list that can just do this or that kind of thing. Like you have to know, you know, is my list more attrition-y, more secure-y? What's my opponent doing? And you have to just kind of make good decisions off that. So I enjoy being rewarded for just saying, hey, I play good MCP, right? I play the missions well, or I play, you know, I had a very attrition list this year with a Steve 1 list. So I just know I had to play that very well. So I liked that kind of aspect of it where it's not just being like, oh, it's this meta thing, we do this, but there's some of it in there. Yes, especially this year compared to last year, but it's also fun just to be like, hey, play good MCP, you get rewarded for it.
Yeah, and I think on that note too, like, right, part of playing good MCP is being able to adapt with like the model rule set you have, right? Yeah, and or how the game's going, right?
Yeah. Makes a big difference, right? So I enjoy the reward of that. And then I do enjoy like I did a lot more this year of like, hey, the timeline list got announced. Let's theorycraft about making 3 lists, right? That kind of go together. I had a lot of fun with that this year. Like the kind of limited rosters you have to pick from. I jokingly brought Shield because I have to joke that I can't quit them and I have to keep playing them. So I brought a really fucking weird Shield list.
Well, you know, you joke about it, but like it's like a serious problem you have.
You know it. But it was really fun to like bring them and be like, how can I make this list work? And usually with Shield nowadays, I feel like it's pretty extracty, but there's a lot of attrition in there. Like there's a lot of like you can just kill people kind of thing, and then not die. But like this in the timeline format, it's like I can't really do that because I don't have Nick or I don't have Namor either. I have stuck with Invincible Iron Man leadership or NASCAR Steve leadership, which that ain't gonna fucking happen. That guy sucks. So it was fun to do that and then kind of play test it through time. Kind of realize it's the Shield tactics cards are very like I can do a lot of extract plays with them kind of thing. Like I can do like there's no real like safe grabs in timelines, right? Namor's not there. I guess Amazing Spider-Man's technically there. And Angela, I think Angela was not there. So safe grabs are a lot harder. And so being able to like walk up Iron Man to pick up the middle extract and then he gets hit and then I can She-Mobile backwards to stay alive. Little things like that were huge. I ended up bringing Miles and Voodoo in that list just to be able to steal and stuff like that.
Oh, so you played it as like a mission playing list.
Yeah, it was strictly mission playing. And rescue in that format too is fucking good. Being able to heal a lot, keep my my characters up because I had like Rescue's damage reduction, Iron Man's damage reduction, Voodoo's 446 with Brother Daniel, and then Miles and Spec have rerolls, right? So being able to like live and rotate around with them with She-Mobile or the web swings across, I kind of outscore people. It was funny. I played 17 threat all 3 games with Shield, so I played the same roster every time because it just worked really well.
I'm trying to find, just so when we're talking about this, I'm trying to find the documents so I can like look at
Oh,
characters.
like the shield characters.
Yeah, or just like, when we're talking in general today about some of the timeline stuff, because I don't know those off the top of my head. Okay, here we go. Timeline list. That's all I want.
A couple curious things in there to kind of, as you're looking that up, to bring up is that there were a couple characters that their affiliations got a little changed. So Spec was only affiliated Shield. He was not affiliated Webs. And Blue Marvel was only affiliated Mighty Avengers. He was not affiliated Defender. So that kind of made the list building a little bit more challenging.
That is kind of cool. Yeah, I mean, the list building in timelines has always been really interesting to me. I always like kind of like restricted things. I think it like adds that kind of like level, like you were saying, like the level of nuance where you really have to kind of like think outside the box for what the affiliation normally does. You know, like using Defenders is a great example right now. Like the kind of cookie cutter. I mean, you can still bring Blue Marvel, to be fair, but like the kind of cookie cutter list in terms of when you're bringing 3 lists might end up like being a little wonky if you're going to run like Mighty Avengers Defenders, or you have to choose one or the other, and then think about your splashes. So it just like adds this. Restricted lists always had this different level of nuance where, as you said, it's like you got to make sure you have your fundamentals are down and that you have kind of a game plan for each list.
Yeah, huge deal.
Yeah, so it's very cool. If you haven't tried it before, listeners, like definitely give. I don't know where you'd play it, but you know what I mean. But
eventually local. I mean, we'll probably do another local one here in Maine. If anybody's up in this area in April, May to run another.
I'm thinking it'd be cool to maybe even like do one through our channel or something on TTS, just to like expose. people to
TTS
it.
would be a good option for it.
Yeah, so maybe, because TTS you also don't have to like paint and own.
Have all those models. Yeah, it makes a lot more buried entries a lot lower.
Yeah, exactly.
But going back to the Defenders things too, that's another thing that kind of made it hard. Is that I originally just had Defenders with like normal Strange because I like that leadership. He's a good model, obviously, and then like Defenders. But then I was like, do I try to do the Blue Marvel play? I started play testing it. I really liked it, but it was really hard to fit because you don't have Shang, you don't have Bill. So a lot of like the big pieces there aren't there. But then Mind Dragon came out, and I ended up talking to Deaton on like a Discord channel about you do Mind Stone on Moon Dragon, and then she was affiliated, so that kind of helped fill that affiliated slot in, so that I could still bring Blue Marvel, and that kind of fixed it for me. And then I kind of had to just say, okay, I'm doing the Soul Strange thing. I did not want to put Daredevil on that list because I do not like Daredevil, and I just knew that if I ever got like a super wide list, I would either 1 have to deal with it and just play well, or 2 just go leaderless. Luckily, I never had to go leaderless. I just kind of dealt with it. Because Portals also gave me a huge advantage for like mobility compared to a lot of other characters in the timeline roster. So I kind of, took it and morphed it to timeline, but it worked out really well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at they have access to most of their pieces in the current.
Yeah. They just don't have Shang, which is, I think if Shang was in timeline, it'd been a little wild, which, I mean, Baron Zemo already was. That was kind of weird, but you just have to pay without him.
I mean, so you didn't play. What did you end up bringing, like, for your 3 lists?
Oh, yeah, we should probably talk about that. I'll go the order that I played them in. My first list was Steve 1. It was a Steve 1 list with King T, Hulk, Spectrum. So you do like the boost power on the King T, roll 10 die energy attacks. A little funny. Like Black Widow 2 threat to keep affiliation stuff happy. I honestly don't remember. Oh, Baron Zemo was in there, obviously, for the charge good stuff. And then like Prowler, a lot of like the charge models that were in timeline I put in there. And that list was just like, hey, I'm going to go attrition. I'm going to circle back to Crisis at the end of this because I have something to talk about that at the end. Yeah. List 2 was the Defenders list, which we kind of depended on Soul Strange with Blue Marvel. Like during the list where I bought Soul Strange, Blue Marvel, Mind Dragon, and Wong, just to, like, that's not super great force, right? Your only damage is Blue Marvel, but it still worked out in my favor, I guess.
Well, that's a really defensive list anyways.
Yeah, that's the idea, is that you can just bunker the hell up.
Yeah.
And then my third list was that shield list that went more attrition-y. That was like Invincible, Iron Man, Miles, Spec, Voodoo, and Rescue.
Interesting. So I'm looking at the shield like characters available. Like I would think upon first looking that a She-Hulk shield would be like a way to go.
She was in there, right? Especially if I ran against Dorm. Which luckily I did not run into Dorm at all in timelines because I was kind of worried about him in timelines. Like that's gonna be really hard to play through that guy. So she was in my list. I just never actually brought her. But yeah, I could kind of flex into maybe Punch, but then that's a little challenging because she can just die.
Who would you say?
She-Hulk.
Oh yeah, very true. Especially if you don't have like the double bodyguard that A-Force likes to run.
Exactly, right?
So yeah. Although A-Force was in there, so I guess like what did you see a lot of too, like in general?
Yeah, and just real quick, I had a thought about doing the Shield A-Force split because Rescue's in both, and I think Rescue with She-Hulk is very good. But I decided I usually don't like running dual affiliated lists anyways because I never really know when to swap around. So I kind of took that out.
You're a simple man. If it's got a Shield symbol on it.
Yeah. Plus, I had to play Shield. Let's see. I ran a lot into Kang. There's a lot of people that wanted to bring Kang in this timeline. What else I ran into? I played Kang. I played a lot of Cabal that wasn't Kang, like Red Skull 3 Cabal. A lot of Steve 1. As you can imagine, that was probably the most common thing there. There's a lot of Steve 1. I played against a Steve 3 with King T, and that's really annoying. That guy does lots of damage.
Yeah, Steve 3. Is Gambit in the rotation?
No, thankfully.
Oh, yeah, because then it would be even worse.
Yeah. So, looking at the rankings, it was Avengers, Webs, Defenders, Cabal.
Oh, yeah, you put the most common link in here, and I neglected to bring it up. Oh, no, I did. I'm just a moron. Yeah. I got it. Yeah, okay. So we see Avengers, like a lot of Cabal.
I saw a lot of Ironmonger. I killed a lot of Ironmonger. Yeah. Killed him a lot.
So were people safe? Okay, so this is going to be kind of an inside joke, but were people grabbing midline objectives with Ironmonger? I'm just curious. Oh, okay.
It happened twice when I was playing Defenders, and then Doctor Strange walked up, punched him, did damage, pulled him into me. Blue Marvel walked up, one shot.
I'm going to make a public service announcement for those who are using Ironmonger. Please don't grab midline objectives with him. He is not that tanky. You're better off with someone who's not as important.
That was my thought, is that he's not super tanky, and then he's stuck there, and he's got that huge-ass base, so it's really easy to hit him.
And he doesn't do a lot with a lot of power, so you kind of want to spend his power as quickly as you can.
I had someone use his
bump and stuff.
Yeah, I had someone use his card spender into me and roll into 2-6. You know the 10 die attack with the card. Someone used that against me and did 2 damage, and I was like, that's a pretty cool card right there.
Awesome. Worst Helios.
I had him in my Steve 1 list when I was playing against a Webs character. He was very helpful there because he wasn't getting pushed around. And then I did not safe grab with him. I walked up and shot Ghost Spider. Tried to take Ghost Spider off the board early. But then he was really helpful just to kind of hold down the midline. And then I did the corporate espionage thing, or if he attacks me, I push him away against Webs. And I kind of had some play from that a couple times, which was really nice. Because Miles kept trying to steal from me, so he would web swing in and kick me, and then not be able to throw me, and then I could push him away so he can't Venom Blast me. So I had a lot of play there, but he was definitely spend 1 to place 1 was really helpful with him, but he definitely was not an early grab.
Gotcha. I'm looking at this now too. In top 10, there are 7 players who had they all used, for the most part, they all used their Cabal list in the middle too.
Yeah. Yeah, because the thought process there is you play your list 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 3, 2, 1 in the finals, which is why my shield list was 3rd, because I felt my shield list was probably the weakest, since I wanted to use it in the first round of 8. But yeah, there was a thought process there about what order do you bring your list in.
Okay. Yeah, we can. I'm going to note to come back to that. What order? Because that's an interesting another level of planning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But okay, we're jumping all over the place. But so very cool. I'm just kind of looking at the spread here. Yeah. Okay. If I thought the Cabal thing was bad, I think every player in the top 15, besides 1, has an Avengers rotation.
Yep, they were bad.
Yeah,
because you had Steve 1 and Steve 3. I guess you had Hulkbuster if you want to play him for some reason. But it's just and then you had a lot of really hyper efficient. You had Zemo and stuff, so it just made a lot of sense to bring Steve 1.
Yeah, 52 games, 28 players running Avengers.
Yeah, that was a lot.
So,
a lot of Cabal.
A lot of Webs.
A fair amount of Dorm, and I luckily dodged Dorm. But yeah, Webs had their basically full list except for Black Cats. You saw a lot of them too.
Yeah, top 4 were Avengers, Webs, Defenders, Cabal.
Yeah. Oh my God, there was one guy there named Punyan that brought only Webs rosters. So they were all the 3 different Webs leaderships, and they had enough characters that he could splash around. It was really funny. Only Webs.
Just every Web.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. That's kind of a cool take.
Yeah, he won a medal for it. He won best theme for it, which is fitting.
Okay, cool. So you have some notes here. Why don't you just I don't know what you were thinking when you wrote these, so you just start.
Let me go out. Let me tell you about the fucking Imcran real quick. Let me tell you about that crisis. Before we go on to that, actually, that was another thing with timelines. You had to use all 30 crises that were legal in timeline. They brought back demons and a couple of like the gladiator reveals that aren't technically legal, like the ship security system ones. So you had to like use all your lists. So you had to get like force things that you don't want to fucking play, right? So like, will you try like my defenders list? It was all D shapes. It was kind of weird. It wasn't like the normal defenders, and there were a couple 5-threat extra or 5-count extracts in there. So it was not the normal defenders at all. But I wanted midline shit and mayor and wedding party on Steve 1 so that I could go up and I could punish midline play with King T. And then with shield, I wanted a lot of more like extracty kind of mobility play on it, and like cubes in there because I knew I had rescue that could heal and stuff like that, and battlefield medicine and stuff like that. So you do get caught on some scenarios that you don't want to do, right? So I had to play an Imcran twice, and I fucking hate that mission. It's so bad. The 50-50 flips is stupid. I played against a guy, Spencer from Midwest Protocol, in round 5, and we were playing an Imcran, and he failed 8 50-50 pay to flips in a row. Like, no joke, 8 of them. And I was like, this is just getting stupid, right? So like I would just completely win the Imcran like every single time. Right?
You know, for as much as that mission is frustrating, everyone keeps continually bringing
Dude, I know. Everyone always plays it, and I'm like, it's so bad. You
there
can
are
get
certain
screwed.
teams that are good on it, though. To be fair, there
Yeah, I guess.
New
And I guess part of the thing that
surprisingly is good on it.
Oh, all right. Well, good for them, I guess. But part of it was also like I was playing my defenders list, and I had Mind Dragon there. So like he couldn't get me off of points because I could just shield mind because he had brought like a Strange and a Loki too, and I just like, nah, man, I'm not moving
Like
off this point. Roll your 50-50, and he would fail it, right? So that was helpful for me, obviously, and it's a good shape. I think it is a good shape. Like my defenders list loved it. I dropped a portal kind of diagonal where it's like in between my 2 Imcran crystals and then over to his right one. So Strange could kind of bounce around between almost all of them with it. So it did make portal play very well. But man, yeah, it is such a bad, like that 50-50 is atrocious.
Yeah, it's not a great mission. I've been boned. I've like played games on it in tournaments where it's like I have the lead, right? And then one turn because of dice just goes absolutely wrong, and then it swings out of my favor to the point where I can't bring the game back anymore. So I don't
like you can just flip all 4 points. Yeah. Don't. Pro tip, don't bring that mission anymore. It's not good. It's not good, man. It's a good shape for some teams.
I was like, nah, not anymore.
That's bad, man. It's bad. Then I also wrote in here, fuck senators, because I had to put senators in my list, and I hate that mission too. The only time I would maybe be okay with it was in that shield list, because I could web swing, but every time I came up, I just picked the other mission. I said, not a chance in hell, I'm not playing this. Yeah, I'd rather play Paranoia.
It's definitely not your style of mission, but
no.
I'm surprised people. Did you played on it for a game?
No, every time that came up, we played the other mission. So like, luckily with the new crisis rotation, or the new playstyle of it, where you pick one, it wasn't that bad. Like you could still avoid demons if you didn't want to play it. Yeah,
I mean that's kind of like the cool thing, and some of the concern going on right now with the community is that we're playing on the same missions, right?
Yes, it is. Like it does feel like a lot of the same missions over and over again.
Like if I play Lockdown one more time, I might murder someone.
I love Lockdown though; such a good mission.
I like it with certain teams, but other teams, I'm like, please stop. But anyway, so how do you want to run through these random bullet notes?
Hey, I'm going to talk about my random thoughts. We're just going to kind of keep going back.
All right, so this is the segment called Maddox's Random Thoughts.
Yeah, man, random shit.
Here for a year, so we'll allow it.
Yeah. Again, I'll tie it into timeline. I played against a lot of Kang, and this is the first time I've ever played against Kang. I know you and I were trying to play a game before I went, but I unfortunately could not find time to TTS.
Yeah.
So one thing I learned about Kang, that guy just fucking dies, man. He like, if you don't know what you're doing and you're putting him out in the midline area to try to shoot people, you can just walk up and kill him.
Yeah, I'm having a guess here too that like a lot of these players didn't put in, well, because when you're playing a singles list, you put in the time to like understand how it works.
Yeah,
and I'm guessing like there's a little bit less of that in timelines.
Me too. Sort of like some people put them well, I will say, and they were like aware of stuff. But yeah, there were some people that it was tough. Like that cool little like where he activates, he can place 1. I think that's kind of a cool rule on him. But man, he's 3 physical defense, which is really bad.
Use it,
Yeah, that makes sense. And I saw that with him a lot. But then it just made me be like, all right, well, I have to kill that guy because he's holding an extract, and I don't want to get blown off the map kind of thing. So I had a Chosen a Bast go up and double builder him and then pounced into him and killed him, which was really funny to me.
Chosen of Best is the 3-threat, right?
The little 3-threat guy, yeah. So it's 2 5-die mystic attacks and then a pounce for 3 damage, and it killed him. Oh. Right?
It makes me sad.
I know. I was like, this is kind of funny, and I feel bad for the guy that did it. That guy was also getting really diced out that game, unfortunately. Like, his dice were just like, hey, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
And it was funny because I played him again in top 8, and it happened again where his Hawkeye made 5 attacks and would only roll 1 success every single time. I was like, okay, Hawkeye. Yeah. I felt bad for him, man. That top 8 game. I can pull his name up.
That wasn't Ron, was it?
No, it wasn't Ron. I didn't play Ron, unfortunately. I wish I played Ron.
Ron's a great opponent. I played him at Sparkles last year.
Yeah, he was really... I talked to him. We played him in the team event. He was really fun. His name was Quinn, the guy I played. Great guy. Like, really fun to play against. And his dice were just like, you can go fuck yourself, buddy. And like the one time he would spike, I would look down and be like, oh, I rolled 4 successes on defense. I'm sorry. Like, it's when I would spike. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry, man. Yeah. And then also going on King and just dying. Blue Marvel into him is just hilarious because he doesn't really have any defensive tech that works against Blue Marvel. I had an opponent where I ran up, attacked with Blue Marvel into King. I think I rolled 4 or 5 skulls, and then he was going to die. So he's like, I guess I temporal rewind this. Rewind this.
The recal, yeah.
So it's basically a recal, but I keep my skulls because I can't re-roll them. So I ended up doing like 9 or 10 damage to his gang. So I kind of want to play Kang now after this just to like see if I can make him work, right? And some more defensive list kind of play style because he does seem like he has a lot of damage output, even though I did have my Mind Dragon tank a spender from Kang with a Dark Rain on her and she lived through it, which was really funny.
That usually doesn't happen. Well, it depends on who's doing it. You kind of want Zemo in that situation.
Yes, for like a lot of rerolls.
Well, because you do full rerolls with Dark Rain, so basically you convert everything.
Yeah, right.
So, or you can do it on the King Spender too. To be fair, if
you that's what this one was. It was the King Spender, and so he had double full rerolls, and a King reroll, and he just did not convert them. Unfortunately,
bad,
yeah, it was bad. Again, sometimes luck has to go your way.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I mean, like that happens once every 15 games, probably based on probability with Kang, like where that happens. But
yeah.
No, I mean, like, having played Kang for a while, there's a lot of legs there. I think he's probably one of the most underrated lists right now. Mm-hmm. That's really actually good. But, like, the way you play Kang, the model itself in that affiliation, like, really influences, and your splashes, to be fair. And because this is timelines, you maybe don't have access to all the stuff you really need to make Kang work.
Agreed. I saw a lot of Kang, Zemo, and Ironmonger together, and I don't think Ironmonger fits that super well.
I disagree, but
does he? Okay.
I guess it could have been grab the midline with him.
Yeah, I guess that's what it was. People kept grabbing midline, and Strange kept deducting them, and I would just kill them. So that was probably the issue there.
Yeah, I guess as just a random thought, since we're talking Cabal a bit, I always pick up like home extracts with him with Ironmonger. So like he's my Scrolls guy. Yeah, he's my Fata Flip guy because like he basically just sits there and is tanky when he needs it, but not particularly tanky against like really strong attrition model or models. So you can run him up the midline. He's going to get punished.
Yeah.
But anyways, Kang's awesome. I'm not sure. I guess like in the future we can talk about this, but I'm not sure he actually likes close-knit extracts as much as people may think because of the presence of Guardians and Defenders.
Yeah.
So
I feel like you like want to be more spread out. He could take one side of a B or a D.
Yep, exactly.
And just own it. Yeah.
He's kind of like APOC where you kind of want them to split their forces so you can dominate one side.
Yeah, I agree.
That's what I think. But
because then your other side still has the offensive reroll to be more efficient on that side. So I agree. That's kind of what it feels like. Like I feel like him on like Imcran or Guardians or Mayor Fisk could be really bad.
Sometimes it is. I mean, against like certain matchups, it's really not great.
That's true. Yeah,
but like Shield's probably a bad matchup for him on like a close knit map because you got the range and stuff. Yeah, so.
But if you're playing webs on Mayor Fist, it's probably a different story.
Right.
Yeah, it's a good point.
But Cabal aside, I'm glad you're going to play them. It does feel weird to me, but because you taught me the game, and that was my first affiliation, and you were playing Shield, so
yeah.
Yep, very cracked Blue Marvel. All right, some more Maddox thoughts.
What's next? More Maddox thoughts. I'm tired.
You have a list.
Very true. Yeah. I guess I'll go about the finals game a little bit because I can tie this next one into the finals games. It was funny. I played a guy named Steve that I played earlier on day one. Another really, really good opponent. He was a really nice guy, and he was very much like didn't want to have any gotchas. So if he like did something and you're like, oh shit, I realized I could have done that. He'd like, yeah, just do it. It's fine. So he's a really fun guy to play against, I got to say. He's really nice. We were both playing Steve 1, so it was a Steve 1 finals matchup with a Steven versus Steve. It was really funny.
Oh, wow.
But I'm definitely fucking tired of playing that many games in a row because, like, the time-wise day was, like, it was 6 rounds in one day. So you start at 7:30 in the morning. We finish at, like, 9:30 at night. It's a fucking eternity.
That's so long.
And we played 3 rounds before lunch, too. And so you're like, oh, my God, I just want to eat some food. I want to eat some bad con food. And then they wanted us to get out of there earlier on Sunday. So then the top 8 also started at 7:30 in the morning. And I'm like, oh, God, I'm so tired. So I'm sure, like, my finals game, I made a lot of dumb mistakes, probably. Like, there's one where my leader died, and I still used the discount on Hulk to throw for 1 instead of throw for 2, which I don't think it made a difference in the game, but there was stuff like that. Just, like, a lot of, like, weird things. So it's, like, one of those missions, or one of those, I'm trying to say here, when you're playing this many games, you're going to make mistakes. I think you cannot play a perfect game MCP after playing fucking 12 of them.
I don't think you ever can, to be fair, but yeah.
I agree. Yeah. But you make a lot of mistakes and you have to like not get tilted by making those mistakes and being like, oh man, I fucked up this game kind of thing. It's like, okay, well, can I minimize mistakes and then maybe take advantage of my opponent's mistakes because they're going to make mistakes too. So it's definitely like a grind of a game to kind of keep going that long into it because goddamn
it's like the Diablo 2 of tournament formats.
Yeah. It was a haul, to say the fucking least.
Yeah. I mean, like, you know, for those who don't think like tournament fatigue is like real or players should, you know, always play perfect games. Try playing how many games with 13? Never mind the teams event.
And the rosters are different every time, so like you're not playing the same roster every time. You have to like completely change your mindset. Yeah. Where it's like, oh, I went from like a defender's killing people to now I have to play shield and be extracted. It's like, okay, this doesn't really equate over. Or I have to go from playing my shield extracted over to Steve 1, just kill people. I'm like, okay.
Listen, dude, I'm moving this model, but I don't even know what city I'm in.
Yeah, about right. And we see a lot more different stuff too, I feel like, where you see a lot more different affiliations. It's not like, oh, here's another. I guess I saw a lot of Steve 1. Yeah. But I still played against like a Steve 3 list, a Webs list.
Well, I mean, beyond that, you're also not seeing like maybe the, you know, like if you're like, oh, okay, like I know the Webs list and you see Webs and you're like, oh, Venom, you know?
Yeah. Wait a second. What the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they have most of their affiliations, so it's maybe a bad example. But like, you know, like not all these affiliations have access to all of the characters that they normally run. So
yeah. I had to play against Kang, which I had never played before at all. So it's like, oh, let me figure out this guy.
Yeah, and those lists aren't even like, you know, like Kang lists aren't even, there isn't like a standard one yet that anyone has. So you're like, oh, okay.
They're all different.
Yeah. But so this weekend, you not only went 13 or 14-0, but you also, and I'll say this so it makes you sound more humble, Steven. You achieved for the first, this is your first time, right? The top shield badge?
I finally got it, yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about this years ago, and you know, there's been players that everyone knows in the running for that. Vince being one of them. Pedro was up there for a while.
Yeah.
Ron, yeah.
Got to meet Ron this weekend and joked with him. He joked that I get free appetizers from Applebee's now if I show him that badge. Which better be true.
I somehow doubt it, but
yeah. We were joking about how much it doesn't really matter. Like it's just a little badge, but it's kind of fun to get.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair though, like, you know, I played 40K and was like, that was my goal in it, right? To be top in my affiliation. And it does feel nice when you get up there. You're like, oh, I never got to first, but you know, it's cool. And you get that cool director on your thing for all time. So
yeah. And it was also fun because I got it on my last shield game in the top 8 where I was playing that extracty shield list. So it wasn't just like grinding out the double bubble shield. I actually got it because I went 3-0 with that weird extract and
with Iron Man or something.
Yeah, man. So I feel good about doing that too. It's like, oh, cool. I got it for playing that kind of mission.
I've been playing Shield for 4 years straight, bitches. Catch up.
Yeah. I know these cards. I know what happens. I know these models, and that's kind of what I leaned on.
Yeah, no, I mean it's a like we talked about Art a little bit earlier. Like he's that with Guardians, and there's a
Yeah,
lot of faction players in New England at least.
yeah. And I think if you're going into timelines, it's a very important thing to keep in mind. And like eventually, like I think back in the beginning of playtesting, I don't know if I talked to you about this. I was planning on bringing Webs because I know Webs just got all their new stuff and Webs had their full roster. But I did a couple practice games and I was like, I'm not going to figure this out in time. And so I just ended up going to Shield, one for the joke and two just because I know those models really well.
Yeah, I actually honestly don't think it's that much of a joke. Like playing what you know is always sometimes very often a better way to run lists in a tournament. Like, for example, with me with Dorm. I know Dorm in and out. When I see Dorm across the table, I know exactly what to do into him. You know what I mean? So
it's a big deal.
Having that familiarity is just like so good at something where you have to play multiple lists, especially,
Yeah. And like I also, that's one of the reasons why I did the Steve 1 King T Spectrum thing, because I played against Kenny that like a shit ton, right? And so I knew that list a little bit because of Kenny playing it, and so then it also helped to play a list that my locals played, just to kind of like understand them more.
Kenny.
Yeah. Dude, Spectrum boosting King T's bound dice is, like Kenny says, a hell of a drug. You go into somebody like, I'm gonna roll 10 energy attack against this character with two rerolls.
Yeah. That seems pretty good.
Yeah. Great.
Imagine that in Kang. I'm just kidding.
Ooh.
No, that's too much threat to invest for Kang.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, very, very cool. All right, so we'll come back since we talked about coming back to this. Let's just talk generally speaking, like, and then we'll come back to Maddox. So interrupting this random Maddox thoughts, I'll separate these on our document. So we'll just talk about general like decision making around like the order you bring your list. Like I know you talked about like a standard way to do it, but like walk me through that kind of like thinking in general and like what is going on in that community,
Yeah.
with that.
So talking to other timeline players there was the two thought process of I bring my best list first and then they get worse over time, right? Or I feel less comfortable with them over time. I don't know when to say worse. Versus what I ended up deciding doing the night before in the hotel room. I was thinking about it. I wanted to bring my weakest list last so that I could like go strong and like maybe I go 2-1 and then I drop a game and I feel better about getting to that 4-2 kind of area. So I wanted to bring my weakest list last. And then also the top 8 cut, you went 3-2-1. And so then I wanted to play my weakest list in the first top 8 round. Thinking that like generically you're going to run into like harder opponents later on in the rounds, if that makes sense. So I wanted to do that.
So it's kind of round event, right? So you go, you play the order of your list once, and then how does it work for the second time? You do in reverse order?
No, it goes 1-2-3, 1-2-3, and then the top 8 is 3-2-1.
3-2-1. Okay.
Yeah. So I also had to know that my list that takes the most thought process, that shield list, I had to play round 6, which didn't want to do. But I think like at that point, I felt like I could probably be pretty well placed and I could probably hit top 8 regardless. So I felt more comfortable doing that.
And it's the less so you can be on like tired brain and run it.
Yes, exactly. So I knew that I either wanted Steve 1 last or I wanted Shield last, because Steve 1's also a pretty easy list. Like you just say, like there was a time in the finals where it's recorded. I say, oh, I could go move here and try to hit this extract, get some extract parity going on, and then maybe refuse flank to the right. But I was like, no, I'm playing a nutritionalist. I'm going to go this way and just kill the guy. He can have that point. He's not going to score out, right? And so like that list is also pretty easy to pilot for that reason. So that was my main thought, is that like I wanted Shield to go first and I wanted to end on Steve 1 because I feel like Steve 1 is probably the strongest list in this format because you have so many pieces available to you. Like being able to run Steve 1, King T, and Hulk is just kind of dumb.
Yeah.
Right? That's a lot of attrition focus. And
was that your middle list?
No, my middle list was defenders.
Okay. So the middle list is kind of important too now. I'm thinking about the format because you play that at the same time like it's directly in the middle and no matter top 8 or whatever. So you have to like, I think the mid list is actually like, I think that was a good like slide in with defenders because like your defensive list in that round seems like a good move.
Yeah.
You know?
And I felt pretty good with it. There's a lot of Cabals in people's list too. So the matchup from
a lot of them are middle too. So
yeah. So having defenders in a Cabal felt great because I could just be really defensive against that reroll tech and that damage tech. And then the biggest thing I had to run into, I almost did it. I almost dropped an unaffiliated roster by accident because Blue Marvel's not affiliated. So at one game I wanted to bring was like Blue Marvel, Doctor Strange, Valkyrie, and Echo, I think, or something like that is what I wanted to drop. And then I was like, uh-oh, that's not actually affiliated, right? So like that kind of threw me a little bit here and there. That was that game where I had chosen a Bast on the field for some reason. Oh, mainly because he had stealth against Kang. That's actually why I did it.
Okay, I'm looking at the thing now, and one disclosure note to everyone who's putting in affiliations that they didn't play on this, like, don't do that, because when we're looking at the stats, like I see a Weapon X here. Weapon X is not in timeline, so
yeah, don't do that.
Oh, it's X Force, which are actually. So I'm just wrong.
Oh, you're just being a dick to that person, man.
Whoops.
You're just being mean.
You did get top X Force, but like they have 4 affiliations. I'm like, oh, I guess a dual list does that, right? Anyways.
Yeah, that's their thought.
Never mind. Ignore my side note.
So yeah, I do think there is a bit of thought there, and like what list you feel more comfortable in to play. And again, I wanted to end it on what I thought my strongest list was, which is why I put Steve first.
Yeah, I like that thought process, and I like that there's a thought process around it. So,
Yeah.
like playing with
Super
intention.
fun.
Like, yeah, I think that's like something you really have to. When you're list building, that's got to be like on your mind already, right?
Yeah, right. Because really, again, it comes back to the crisis selections too, where you just like, again, I made the Steve 1 list to try to be as like aggression. That's where both Mayor Fisk and Wedding Party was. That's where a lot of the E-maps were trying to be, and like Paranoia came back, so Paranoia was there too because it's all midline grabs. But after I did that, then you're kind of like really limited on what you can do in your other lists because everything goes into that one list, and so it's kind of hard to focus the other ones.
Gotcha, but it sounds like you had a plan for each of your lists, right?
I did, yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Part of that was helpful because like I had at one point the shield list, the original shield list design was Iron Man, Invincible Iron Man, Red Skull 2, Stark Armory, Grunt shoot for 5 and just do damage there and bring Helios Laser and just try to do attrition that way. But then I was talking to John before. I was like, I think this list is probably going to lose me games. I just don't know how well I can actually attrition certain things. There's like Dorm's in here, Adam's in here, Steve 1's in here.
Right.
And John kind of brought up like, it seems like you like have this attrition thing, but you have like other non-attrition pieces in there already. So maybe you just go straight over to extract play, which is what I did. And that was like crucial because I played the first time I played the shield list, I played into an Adam Warlock Guardians list, which, oh my God, I forgot about this. Adam spinnered on my Miles, and Miles fucking lived through it like a champ, and then walked up, Venom Blast, stole the extract off of him, and web swing away, which was huge because I was never getting that extra off of Adam otherwise. Because Voodoo has to spend like 8 power to make him drop it, and I'm not going to kill him. There's not a chance in hell I have enough damage to kill that guy. So that was a huge play, just like scoring points on him and just to score out. Because like I was pretty like, oh, I'm doing really bad. But then it was Imcran. I flipped all the points and I scored 7 round 2 or something like that. And that just kind of like ran the game away for me.
That makes sense. Yeah. All right. So that's cool. It makes me want to play, but I'd like to see more true timeline events where they do like. Yeah,
me too. I think it's
2 days,
really fun format. 6 rounds is a lot. Maybe don't do 6 rounds.
You could probably break it up so it's like it's 9 games, so it's like 5 and 4 or something.
Yeah, that would be cool. Like you play 5 rounds, and then like you play the last round the morning of. If people want to drop, you drop, and then you go to top 8 cut after that. That would be kind of cool.
Yeah, maybe there's like a fun event, like a singles event after for the people who stay too, or something like that. But,
right. Because it's a really fun. Like you have to do it. Brings the turn 0 plays and the list constructions really to the forefront. I feel like we have to really think about a lot of stuff.
There's a lot of planning involved, a lot of planning. Much more than like, there's still planning in MCP, but like there's a lot more planning when you're running three individual lists.
3 lists instead of 2.
Yeah, or 1. Like normal. I don't know who's running 2, but you're tired. I'll allow it. Cool. So back to random Maddox thoughts.
I finally beat APOC with Shield. I've been trying to fucking do that forever with my normal Shield, my Worlds list, right? So I was running the Invaders double bubble with Yondu shit. And I finally made it happen after getting my fucking shit kicked in by like DeLuca and other APOC players.
I am included in that group.
You are? Yep. Kept fucking losing that guy. So I played In Young, the iWar game guy, with that. Yeah. A lot of it was dice, I will say, like with Nick living through a bunch of attacks, but I feel like
better
Rescue
lucky than good, right?
Exactly, right? But no, I feel like my play decisions were good there. Like Rescue was great into APOC, I felt like. Where like I would get hit by a Pestilence Bomb and then I could like airlift over, take the slow off of Zemo, shoot somebody, take the slow off of Namor. It was really helpful. And then he had great cover against Yondu, but still Yondu like walking up and having 7 health is, I don't know why he has 7 health. That guy is fucking stupid.
Well, because the thing radius are updating more than just him.
It's true. But man, that guy having 7 health with like up to 4 rerolls is really funny on defense.
Yeah, Yondu is cranked right now.
Yeah, dude.
For sure.
So having him to take down Beast was really helpful. And then to go over and then also like there was a Cassandra Nova that was really obnoxious in that game that flubbed some dice, but I could still kind of just stay away from with Rescue and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I'm really excited about Rescue. I think she's a huge upgrade for Shield going forward in the rest of this year because goddamn, her card is amazing too. I love that double push on Dorm or APOC. It's so good.
Yeah, I'm glad you like her. I'm not a huge fan, but I don't play Shield, so I guess that's probably why.
That's fair, yeah. But yeah, like being able to like reposition Namor back into points or reposition your bubbles back into place if they try to disperse your bubbles is really helpful.
Very true.
Her beam can be really good sometimes. I played against a Spiderfield player that was playing that like high-tech heist, strategic retreat, like extract play thing where he tries to keep all the extracts. So he was like super bundled up on a lockdown. And Rescue at one point beamed 4 characters. And I ended up killing a lizard, killing a Doc Ock, and like taking a Rhino to 1 or something like that with that beam. So like it can surprisingly be really good where people don't think she's going to do damage.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, she usually doesn't, right? But like there's those offhanded chances where it's like, this is the time, you know?
Exactly. You're like, oh, this is like like you said earlier, like this is the 1 game in 15 or like the one time out of a long time where I get to do it.
Yeah, so of note, on that note too, Steven, if you play King, those like random 3-cost spenders they're doing that are area 2, that's the same kind of thing. Like, it's not, you don't really rely on it ever, but when it comes up, it's like game breaking. So,
yeah. I mean, because that's what the new...
It's on more than King.
Yeah, Nimrod has that too.
Yeah, mm-hmm. Yep. I noticed they're starting to attach that on some 5-6 threats, so...
Yeah.
Yeah. Another random thought here.
There's John snuck this in again. Round 6, I'm fucking tired. I fell back away from King T, and we realized after the game that I would have been outside of range 2, so he could have pulled me right back when I was playing against King T. But it was fucking 8 o'clock at night, and we've been playing for 12 hours, so we missed it. But it was also funny because like that game and then the finals game, John came over to watch, and I remember looking over to him like, I lost this game because the finals started with his Black Widow 2 threat walked up to pick up a deadly legacy virus. So I later in the round bounded King T up and punched Black Widow and did 1 fucking damage to her. And I was like, oh, this is going to go bad. So I was like, this game's over. And I remember coming to look over John and was like, oh, this is going to go bad. And then later in that game, King T rolled 8 successes in a row and then 9 successes in a row. And I'm like, all right, I got this now.
Oh, man. Yeah. Okay. So the rest of the stuff we have here,
we kind of touched on. Yeah.
We don't have to. Well, I didn't touch on how this is all going to your head, but
oh man, I'm 16-0 in timeline. I haven't lost a single timeline game ever.
Yeah, prove me wrong. Yeah, I guess like instead of like kind of final wrapping up thoughts on this, like you can just talk. Anything else you want to say? Oh, and I actually jot down before final thoughts. What were some of your favorite games like this weekend and like why?
Most of my favorite games. Steve, who I played in round 3 and I played in the finals, really enjoyed playing against him. Just again, as like something that kind of came up. We probably don't want to go into Worlds talk too much, but like part of the fun of timelines is that like I knew I was just going to have more fun games, right?
Yeah.
And people are just there to have fun and play these silly rosters and do this. Like they were still competitive. There were still really good players there, but it is more just like, let's have fun, right?
Yeah.
So Steve was like that embodied where he was just like, hey, let's just have fun, man. Let's play some funny lists. He brought Gwenpool into the finals, which I had not seen that model on a board in a long time. Yeah. I think maybe, did you play her back in the day in Crims? Yeah. Like the last time I saw her, he brought her card too, like keep your enemies close, whatever.
Oh yeah.
So I started finding, I was like, I got to read this. I don't remember what this shit does. But yeah, it was just really fun. Like a lot of really fun games. People just wanted to have a good time, which I really, really appreciated. So I think play timelines for that reason, where it's like you just kind of get in there, you play fun games, just play MCP and have fun.
Yeah, I mean, like that's a really good point too, because like the world is kind of attracting the more like for lack of a better word, no, I won't say that on air.
Mm-hmm.
It's attracting some people who take the game competitively very seriously.
Mm-hmm. Which it's Worlds. Like, I'm not going to say they shouldn't. It's Worlds.
Right, no.
Right?
Like that is a totally acceptable attitude. But because of that, that's going on at the same time. Timelines is probably something where it's people who like want to play high level MCP, like maybe a little bit in a more fun format.
Yeah. Right.
Do I think you can take Timelines super competitively? Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
you got to know a lot about the game.
Yeah, and you got to be pretty good at like list construction and understanding some like nuances of like what a list really needs and where, and its game plan as you lined out. I mean, you're the one you're the current world champion of this 2 years in a row, so clearly you're doing that. You know, so I mean, at least to some, probably more than you want to admit, but
yeah. Or like you learn stuff too about characters that you don't see often. Like I won't lie. Last year, with the Invaders leadership with Namor, that's when I put it in Timeline. That's when I was like, this leadership's really damn good, and I started playing it a lot more after that. Before that, I was playing still a lot of Nick Jr. leadership. Yeah. So it lets you like see characters like Taskmaster. That's another conversation we've had. That guy is great.
Yeah,
having an 8-die spender where they can't reroll for 2 power is phenomenal. So like you see a lot of characters that like they might not be like super meta, but you like learn about them. You're like, this character's actually pretty damn good, man. And like there's a playstyle with it that you can actually use.
They have a game. You know, each character, whether we believe it or not, has like a particular thing they want to be doing, and a game design that interacts with the meta in certain ways. And like sometimes, you know, there's a reason there's like off meta lists, right? It's because they take some of these characters that you know are good into specific situations that the game eventually like evolves into, right?
Yeah.
And Timeline gives you a great opportunity to like maybe play your favorite affiliations or affiliations in like a different manner, you know? Unless you're the guy who brought all webs and you're like, I only want to play webs.
Hey, they all play different, right?
They do all play different, to be fair. So,
yeah.
It's kind of like Cabal, right? Like Cabal has 4 different leaders, and they're all like 2 of them are kind of similar, but everyone else is like very different. So
yeah. Oh, wait, I gotta shout out the guy. I don't remember the fuck his name was. There was a Shield player in the Worlds Qualifier that had the original Human Torch in his list, and that guy's a fucking legend.
Yeah.
I know they're just talking about like playing models that aren't played often, but nah, don't play Human Torch.
Yeah, it's not recommended, but if you can somehow be that guy and pull it off, like go for it, I guess.
I don't know what he did, like strength schedule wise or record wise, but still, I saw that and I was like, "Fuck yeah, man, get it!"
You have the Human Torch in your list, you know. Props.
That's a winner.
So, any kind of like final thoughts to here, Maddox, or
if you ever think about Adepticon, you should go, even if it's just like you sign up just for like one event and you play in your one event. It should be Timelines. But it's also really fun just to go there and like hang out with people. You can get pickup games. You can play in the league, which you can still get like your prize support cards, which is really fun. The prize support is always pretty good, right? Like the custom foil cards and stuff that are thicker now, like the new foils are just like better card stock, which is really nice. So the prizes are really nice. But you should just go to like meet people and hang out. It's really fun.
Yeah, and if you're into other game systems too, like there is tons of stuff going on above the AMG too, you know?
Yeah. I talked to people from like AMG themselves, right? Like talked to one guy who like manages the GT stuff, right? And just like getting to be able to like talk with them and like kind of see their perspective and see that they just really want us to enjoy this game is really fucking cool. So it's really fun to interact with them for that reason as well. So I think it's a really, really, really fun event that is more than just the game, right? The vendor hall, we didn't even talk about that. Holy shit. There's all kinds of stuff over there, right? And it's just really fun to walk around and see people and talk to people and, again, put like faces to names that you've seen online and stuff like that. It's a really, really good time.
And New England has like a weirdly strong presence at Adepticon, so...
We do. We certainly do.
I was like thinking about everyone that either was helping to TO or was just there, and I was like, well, that's like all of Midgard and Maine almost.
Yeah, right? Yeah, we had a big turnout, which was really cool to see.
Yeah, and you know, we're not exactly, we're pretty chill people up here in terms of MCP. So I think our meta's like a little weird to that, you know, to that extent that we're chill. The meta's like stranger than others.
Yeah.
Like I don't have the same game plan going to like packs as I do going to like
Iron or something.
yeah. So
yeah,
definitely a lot more faction players. Like when Matt Alex is signed up for an event, like he's not going to bring anything but webs.
But webs, yeah. Real quick, the guy who brought Human Torch went 2-1-1.
Nice. It's not
He
bad.
did stuff. Yeah, man. Yeah. He did stuff.
I wonder how many of those games you actually use Human Torch. But,
Probably none.
Yeah, cool. I'm glad you had a great time. Welcome back too. Oh, we didn't do like events at the beginning of this, but the only one I know of is Rob Beeble is throwing an event in Massachusetts on April 11th. So
April 11th, right? No.
Yeah. Other than that, unless you got like a main event you think it's coming up?
I plan on one in April and May. I just don't know the time yet.
If it's in a certain time frame in May, I may be able to go.
Ooh. And then solid chance, after talking to everybody there, that's going to be a timeline event. So.
Oh, okay. I guess I have to bring timeline again.
Yeah, man. You just bring Kang, bring Steve one like everyone else, and then bring, I don't know, Defenders.
I'll defend my title from last year. But yeah, thank you so much, Maddox, for like coming back. Yeah, man. Coming back to us.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you're always welcome, as you know. You are one of the founders of this. So.
Yeah, man. Oh, speaking of, I talked to a guy from Trader 8. I have objective tokens for you and Jen from him.
I know, that's so sweet. Thank you.
Yeah. I forget his name.
Trader A guy.
Is it Carl? Oh, I'm actually an asshole. I should know his name. I feel bad.
We will find your name. It'd be nice.
He's a good guy. He's fun to talk to.
Yeah. That's a really cool thing. I texted Jen then. I was like, man, that's so nice.
Yeah. Right?
So thank you.
And you just gotta give yourself. Oh my God, can't fucking talk. You guys should give yourself credit too. Most people I talk to knew about the Live One podcast. Like most people are like, yeah, we know you, kind of thing. Even the guys from Scotland and England knew of you guys too.
Oh really? Yeah. I mean, we have a pretty good presence over there too.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool to see. I gotta say.
Yeah, you're like, this started in Maine with Nick and me and that other guy with the same name as me, and now it's taking on a life of its own.
Little baby grew up with college.
Yeah. To be fair, the summer where we all were struggling was a good learning experience for this podcast.
Yeah, right.
But that's super cool. Like, that's the kind of stuff that's always nice. Like, people all, like, you probably know this, Maddox. People tell me, they're like, oh, I know that laugh. It's fucking Burke. I'm like,
yeah.
Damn it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I fucked myself over by having a distinct laugh. So, in my defense, I was born with this. So, but
that's true. Can't get rid of it.
Yeah, but also, again, thank you so much for coming on, and we'll do our normal. Do you want to do the sign off stuff? I have to copy and paste it into the document.
What's the fucking sign off stuff? I don't know.
I know. Now it's gonna. That's why I want you to do it. Never mind. I closed out of the document.
I did too. So it's go follow you guys on Instagram. Is that even still used? All right,
don't really
cool.
use it, yeah, but
subscribe to the podcast. There's a Discord channel below. We know that. I talked to the huge miniatures guy at the vendor hall and talked about his weather pigments. I love them. Awesome. I don't know if you still have an affiliation link for that. I'm assuming you do. All right. Discord, Gamesword Guardians is also down there.
Not
anymore. Okay. They're good too, though.
RSMP. That's one I'll help you out with.
Ooh, RSMP, yeah.
Yeah, Jin's videos. The deployment one is still wildly popular.
I thought about it during timelines a lot, where it's like they're going to go in the middle because then I can pivot left or right if I have to. So that is a huge, important one for just playing MCP well.
It's also always nice to just think about Jin while you're gaming,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That keeps me going, right? And what do we say? Godspeed
That's
something
it.
Now? Is that it?
All right, so sign us off.
Godspeed, don't recal into Blue Marble with 5 skulls.
Fair enough. Bye. All right, bye.